Hi everybody, Zach's Reaction. Welcome back to another episode reaction of Fairy Tail. Today moving on to episode 3 and going on from there. Last time we officially kicked off the rewatch of Fairy Tail I had planned. I do plan to, guys, go through the first 175 episodes. I do not have a reaction for them on this channel. I kind of was starting this channel while I was watching this show for the first time, and when I had this all finally set up, committing to do episode reactions, I was at the point where I was at episode 176. So that episode all the way through the end of the show, including the 2 movies and the 9 OVAs, are already on this channel, guys, so feel free to go check them out. Just please know that if you do, I was getting my feet wet. I had no idea what I was doing. Probably a lot of those early videos I didn't really have framed well. I didn't really have the audio set up well. Hoping it's better now, but let me know, guys, if there's any issues with that, and I will do my best to fix it in future videos. But it's a little cringy at points. I was really nervous too. I'm still nervous half the time, but I'm able to just talk more openly and freely. You can probably tell versus the early episodes versus now how I sound. But I'm so excited, guys, to continue on with this rewatch of Fairy Tail, and I just was full of nostalgia of the first video. I do need to give a quick shout out to my patron Summer, who always kind of fills me in on like differences between the manga and the anime. She went over a lot of details from the first 2 episodes of the differences, and I wanted to mention a couple of them right now because I feel like it's important to know. The very first one, guys, was that Bora, the villain Bora in episode 1, he had much more nefarious plans for Lucy. It was basically he was going to brand her and make her a slave and just have his way with her and do all this stuff. You could kind of get the vibe a little bit from the anime, but they didn't really touch on it, and they definitely glossed over it if there was any type of feeling like that. I believe Bora comes in a future episode down the line. I can't remember how or why or anything like that, but I do believe we see him at least one more time, and I think she said that he kind of explains he was just kind of taking them for some other purpose and not what they kind of explained in the manga. So that was the difference there, guys. I did also want to mention in the second episode that when Makarov is kind of reading off things that Fairy Tail Guild was doing that the council was unhappy with, one of them was basically the destruction of that tower, the Thule Tower that we see referenced in episode 2 something, like late 200s, early 300s in the final season. Natsu and Lucy kind of revisit this town, and they say, oh wow, the tower has been rebuilt, and we never see the destruction of that tower. It's caused by Natsu, but it apparently happened right around that time in the manga. It was just kind of never actually shown in the anime, so I wanted to mention that too. And then the final thing, guys, one of the big things was that, you know, you forget in this show that Natsu is just always with Lucy, but prior to this moment, Natsu was always a loner. He was a lone wolf, always just with Happy and nobody else, worked alone, took jobs alone, and never worked with anybody. And this whole experience that he had on Mount Hakabe trying to go get Mako, he fell into a situation where Lucy had to rescue him, and Lucy had Taurus's help, of course, doing that. This is all in the manga, not in the anime, guys. In case you didn't know. But basically, Natsu got saved, and then at that point, he kind of understood that Lucy is important, and it's important to work well with other people, and he, kind of welcomed her into his own little group that he has in his own head. And so that was such a big moment in the manga, and the anime just doesn't really have it. So I wanted to very quickly, guys, just mention those things because I feel like it is important to know moving forward. Summer felt as well, so thank you again for all the info on that. Do much appreciate it. All right, guys, we are going to continue on with episode 3 today, guys, and I'm just, like I said, so excited. Let's just dive right in. Please like this video if you haven't yet, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet for more reactions coming soon. We do have a Patreon where you can help support this channel, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description below, and thank you to those of you that have already done so. Here we go, guys, with episode 3 of Fairy Tail. Let's go.
In a land far away,
and I don't know how many videos I'll keep this intro in for, guys. I forget when it goes away officially, but it's such a fun, nostalgic thing. It's just so heartwarming to see again and to hear the narrator say all this again. I love how you so faintly get the Fairy Tail theme kind of thrown in when they mention the guild. I think it's coming up right here.
Their skills in search of fame and fortune. Many such guilds dot the landscape of fury. But there is a certain guild in a certain town that soars high above the rest.
So good.
One from which countless legends have been born. A guild that will no doubt continue to create legends well into the future. Its name is Fairy Tale.
Oh my gosh, so good. Love it, guys, love it. And this song too, this opening, so hits you with the feels, man. It's just so beautiful, so wonderful. And I had no idea, guys, back when I was watching the episode 3, I do remember having no idea what was really going on yet. Just knowing these characters were cool and fun. And I did mention in my first video, guys, that I thought Urza was a villain at this point. Like, they show her here. They show her fighting Natsu, which kind of, like, my initial gut reaction was, oh, she's a villain, she's a bad guy. But then they show her, like, here, hanging out with everybody. They show her in the end credits hanging out. So I didn't really know what to make of it. I feel like, you know, I was really torn on kind of how to explain all that to myself. And not knowing, you know, that just Fairy Tale is just full of people fighting each other constantly and just having a good old time while doing it. So, yeah. We met other Fairy Tale members. We met some of the spirits last time. I believe we get to meet Virgo in this episode. I do remember, if there's one thing I do remember of these early episodes, it's this whole, what's his face? The whole, like, they're going after a book, and Everlue, the Everlue Mansion, I think, is in this episode, and that's how they get Virgo. And so that little tidbit stuff I do remember, guys.
Previously on Fairy Tale.
The request board is where all the jobs are posted.
But yeah, we basically, guys, just got a formation of, like, here's the guild, here's what they do, here's some of the characters, here's Natsu, and here's everyone else that's just so insane. We're kind of experiencing all this through Lucy.
A real-life wizard. And this beautiful
she's so
city
happy.
is Magnolia, a magnificent
Now a member of
place
Fairy
full
Tale.
of magic and opportunities. Go right through the center of town, past the lovely Cardia Cathedral, and you'll find the home of the city's only magical guild, Fairy Tale. Oh, this cute little place is my house. A real steal at 70,000 jewel a month, trust me. I love everything about it, from the tub to all the floor space to the amazing closets. But what I love most about it is my bedroom! Get the heck out of here, you jerks!
First of many, many times there.
Check out your new pad.
Oh yeah? Well, what you call checking out, I call barging in!
Natsu's like
Sure the police
a
would
cat,
call it
too, where,
breaking
you know,
and
you
entering.
feed him. She fed him in episode 1, and
This is a serious
he just keeps
invasion
coming
of my
back.
privacy. Nice place you got
Oh my
here.
god.
Let's try and keep it that way, all right?
Hey, what's all this?
Bang!
So you just kicked me in the face over nothing?
Yeah, maybe I would. Now would you please just go home?
Oh, but your place is way more exciting.
I hate boys. Infiltrate the Everlue
There we
Mansion!
Why don't you show me and Happy all those weird little key guys that you like to collect?
For your information, they're called celestial spirits.
How many of these celestial spirits do you have contracts with?
6 so far. Not to brag or anything, but I even have a couple different types of them. The silver keys are the ones that you can find in the magic shops. I've got Horologium the clock, Crux the Southern Cross, and Lyra the harp. But the gold ones are super rare. There are 12 total, and they open the gates of the Zodiac. I've got Taurus the Golden Bull, Aquarius the Water Bearer, and that last one is Cancer the Giant Crab.
Giant crab?
I've never met anyone as obsessed with food as these two. That reminds me.
Man, they
I
really,
need to make
like,
a contract
lay
with
on,
you
like,
about
here's the
Perpetua.
foundation
I don't
of
suppose you fellas
how
are
this all
interested in
works.
seeing how a
You know, and they do
celestial
that
wizard
right
makes a
now, and
contract with a
you forget.
celestial
Like, I feel like
spirit?
at some point I remember being like, oh, are there 12 Zodiac keys? And, like, having no idea that she says it
I
right
can
here
hear you,
in
so
episode
leave
3.
my butt out of this. I beckon you to my side at once. Pass through the gate. Open. Gate of Canis Minor. Come,
Nice try.
Shut up! I meant to do that! Oh, you are such a cutie patootie.
You think so?
It doesn't take much magic power to get these little guys through the gate. So a lot of wizards actually keep them as pets.
You know, this whole pet thing doesn't sit well with me.
Not with a weird master like Looney here.
My name is Lucy, and I can still hear you. Well, let's start working on our contract. Are you free Mondays? Tuesdays? Yeah. Wednesdays?
Man, this is boring.
It may seem silly to you, but it's really important. You see, a celestial wizard's contract relies on the promise that's made between the wizard and the spirit, which is why I make it a point to always keep my promises. Got it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now, I just need to come up with a name.
Isn't it Nicola?
No, that's the species. Oh, I know! Come here, Blue!
Blue, huh?
I think it's like the cutest name ever. Right, little Blue?
Are you sure he's cool with that?
Why wouldn't he be?
And I do know, based more off the OVA number 6, guys, Blue is in Rave Master, and just having the same name is just probably,
Oh, man, you're right about that.
you know, such a coincidence, but in universe, like, I'm sure fans were trying to figure this out, like,
All right, then it's
how they get the same name.
You're both
Very
gonna
similar
be
to
a
how
part of our
Happy
team.
is in both Eden Zero and Fairy Tale, but not the same Happy. They're just having the same name.
Some members that get along really well get together and form teams within the guild. That way, jobs that may be too hard for one person to take can get done by a team.
Awesome! Let's do it!
Cool. So you're gonna work with us?
Yep, you have my word.
Right on!
Okay, team, then let's get to work. I've got our first job right here.
It's all happening so fast. Let me see what you got there. So it's in Shiratsume, huh? No way! 200,000 jewel just for taking a book from some rich guy named Duke Everlue? Please note, Everlue's a dirty old man who's currently looking for maids with blonde hair?
We know a blonde-haired girl, don't we?
Yep, and I bet we can find her a maid's uniform.
Why, you sneaky little... That's not fair!
It's a good thing that celestial wizards never go back on their word, because now you're stuck with us.
But you tricked me!
Oh, lighten up, would you? Now try getting into character and address Happy here as your master.
No way!
Did somebody already take that book stealing gig? That one paid $200,000.
Sorry, I guess Natsu and Lucy got to it first.
The reward has been increased. It's now 2 million.
2 million, Jewel?
They'd pay that much for some stupid book? That's almost like fighting monsters kind of pay.
It sounds like this job just got interesting.
Oh, great. Nice skivvies.
Are you enjoying your carriage ride today, Master? Anything I can get for you?
I could really use a barf bag right about now.
I'm playing the part of the Master, so I should be giving the orders! Shut up, you stupid feline! Oh, hey, Natsu.
What's up?
I was just wondering why you picked me to join your team.
Cuz you seem like a nice person.
Whoa, did I actually just get a compliment from this guy?
But you're just so weird.
The fire eater with the talking cat thinks I'm weird? Anyway, I'm totally stoked about my first real job. I know I'm gonna rock it.
Really? I thought you were upset about it.
Yeah, I was mad at first. But if this perv likes pretty girls, I'm perfect for the job, right?
All you humans kind of look alike to me.
I think it's time we worked out our pay scale. Since I'm doing all the work, I think we should split the reward 80, 10, and 10.
You only want 10%?
I'm the 80!
The town of Shiratsume.
That's the last time I'm riding in one of those.
You say that every time.
Man, I'm starving.
Can't you just eat your own fire?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Why don't you just eat Blue or your cow while we're at it?
Why don't you do something like that?
It's kind of the same thing. Whoa! Let's stop and get a bite.
Nah, I'm alright, but you two enjoy.
Be sure that you save all the fat and stuff for Lucy.
Yeah, from the looks of her, that's what she likes the most.
Hold it right there, Cat. What the heck is that supposed to mean?
Hey, Lucy.
Come on, don't be shy, boys. I know I look super cute in this uniform. Have you had enough food, Master? Or shall I bring you some more? Your wish is my command.
What do we do? We were joking about the costume, but she took it seriously.
I guess we're just gonna have to go along with it. Don't say anything, okay?
I can hear you.
Oh my gosh, man.
My name's Kabi Miller.
Feels
Pleased to meet
nostalgia.
He said melon.
Oh man, you have a tasty name.
Quit being rude, guy.
you. Duke Everlue has a book called Daybreak in his possession. I would like you to burn it for me.
No prob. I'll burn the whole place down if you want.
He likes fire.
I'm not going to jail for arson because of the two of you. May I ask why, sir?
For 200,000 jewel, who the heck cares?
The reward has been raised to 2 million.
2 million?
I'm sorry, I thought you were aware the amount had changed.
2 million split 3 ways? Wow! I stink at math, but that's a lot!
Wait, I got it. I get 1 million, you get 1 million, and Lucy gets all the rest.
That sure sounds fair to me.
But that leaves me with nothing!
Oh my
Why'd you
god.
raise the reward?
Well, because it means that much to me.
Let's do this, Lucy!
Hey, sec!
Daybreak. It must be burned. It cannot be allowed to exist any longer.
I cannot remember why that book needs to be burned. So I'm kind of excited to learn this again. I do know it's like a magical book or something important. It can do something or has some kind of magic within it.
Wow, the skis are with my
I just
list.
don't know
Burn some
what.
Stupid book and collect 2 million jewel. This'll be sweet.
Don't screw up, okay?
And this whole beginning with Lucy as a maid is definitely later in the show, way later in the show, when they infiltrate the Avatar headquarters. Those episodes are a big callback to this moment here.
Well, I sure hope you like what you see. Oh man, he is creeping me out. Stay strong, Lucy.
I'll pass. Now scram, Ugly.
You heard the man. Get going, Ugly.
Sorry, but a man of my standing has certain standards to uphold. That's why I only hire the fairest of the fair.
Oh, you're the best, Master.
I've never met such a kind-hearted man.
I think you're the sweetest guy alive.
Why don't you run along home, Ugly? Just couldn't do it, huh?
I tried, but that idiot wouldn't know beauty if it bit him in the behind.
I guess we'll have to resort to old Plan T.
Yeah, that big fat jerk's gonna pay for this. Wait a sec, what's Plan T? Take him by storm. That's not a plan.
So it seems we have another group of wizards at our door. And these are from Fairy Tale.
Whoopsie daisy. Thanks a lot, Happy.
Jeez, I thought you were out to get revenge on this guy.
Oh, I'll get my revenge. Not only am I gonna burn his book, but I'm gonna use his toothbrush to clean the toilet.
That is totally gross.
Totally. Whoa, is this some kind of weird storeroom? Check me out!
Yeah, you're looking fierce, Happy.
Oh.
We're gonna have to search every room in this whole stinking place?
Well, yeah.
I think we should take a hostage and force them to tell us where the book is.
Oh, kind of the whole idea here is not to be seen, you dummy. You've got to be stealthy, like a ninja.
Like a real
Oh.
ninja.
What's going on inside that head of yours?
Let's crush him, girl!
We're toast!
Virgo attack!
Oh, no! Hey, you could take off that mask.
Wow. Ninja.
We mustn't let ourselves be discovered. We are ninja.
This is also called back to later in the show. They do this again. The whole ninja thing when he goes to see Brandish on the island. I believe there's one other time, I can't remember. Maybe in the movie, I think in Dragon Cry. He does the ninja thing, if I recall correctly.
How are we ever gonna find one stupid book in this
Ooh,
place?
this one has lots of pictures.
Look, it's a book on fish!
Check out this one. It's sparkly.
It's Daybreak!
Have we been here that long?
You found it!
Natsu found it!
I did?
2 million jewel, here we come! I didn't realize this was written by Kemu Zalion!
Zala, what?
Zalion was a great wizard and an amazing novelist. I'm such a big fan. I was totally positive that I'd read every single sentence he'd ever written, but this must be an unpublished novel!
Oh, yeah? Who cares? It all burns the same to me.
Don't you dare touch it! This is a great work of literature!
So you thieves are looking to pilfer Daybreak from me, are you? I knew all you low-life wizard types were coming around here to take something of mine. I never would have guessed it was that stupid book.
Stupid?
This book must be important if the client is willing to pay so much to destroy it. So I don't understand, why would Everlue say that about it? This works out great. If it's so stupid, I guess it's fine if I keep it?
It's mine! You can't have it, so get your grubby hands off!
Greedy gut.
Shut your trap, Ugly.
You hand over that book and let me get this over with. Lucy, this is our job.
Well, at least let me read it first.
Read it now? I've had enough. How dare you put your filthy hands on my possessions? Now, come forth, vanished brothers!
You called upon us, sir?
That sign means they're from the Southern Wolves. It's a mercenary guild.
So, you got bodyguards,
I don't
do ya?
remember these guys.
Oh, wow.
or the Southern Wolves. I don't remember if they're ever referenced later.
Hey, try and hold them off for a while. I'm not sure, but I think this book holds some kind of secret.
Right. I'm going after the girl. Make sure Pink Hair doesn't leave here in one piece.
Yes, sir.
Happy, go on and help Lucy.
Are you sure you don't need me here?
No. Thanks, but I'll be just fine.
We saw the fire around your legs when you were fighting Virgo.
So it's obvious that you're an ability-type fire wizard.
An ability-type wizard uses magic that flows through their body. A wizard like Lucy, who uses items they've collected, is called a holder-type wizard.
So I guess you know what happens when you play with fire.
I don't remember if they're ever called that again. In the later episodes, I don't think they are. I think it's just you're supposed to know.
Fighting fire wizards is something we
That's
do
cool.
well. Very well. Do you happen to know what a wizard's greatest weakness is?
You talking about motion sickness?
I think that might be more of a personal problem.
Is he making fun of us?
Their weakness is
Their bodies!
since wizards have to focus so intensely on honing their mental abilities.
They neglect to train their bodies, which leaves them physically weak.
On the other hand, we focus on our physical abilities.
So we have more power and speed than you.
Oh, I'm so scared. Now, stop your blabbing and let's dance.
Lucy is using her wind reader glasses. They allow the user to read at mind-boggling
wind
speeds.
readers.
That's amazing. I knew this book held some sort of secret.
We do see these again at some point.
Well then, please share. Secrets
Don't remember when,
make friends, you know.
but they do show up at some point again in the show.
Deserve to know what it is. You're an enemy of literature.
Look towards heaven, and I strike from the earth.
Look towards Earth, and we strike down from heaven!
You have witnessed the true power of the Vanished Brothers.
Sorry, guys.
No way!
Now, I'm gonna
Here we
blow
go.
you away.
Flame cooking! You see, my frying pan absorbs your flames and doubles their strength.
Right back at ya!
Oh yeah, now I've got some fire in my belly. Fire! Dragon!
Goodbye, Mansion.
Uh-oh. Did I overdo it again?
All right, guys, we are going to continue on with the next episode. Here we go.
Were we beaten by a fire wizard?
Hey, bro.
All right, guys,
tell
this
me
is
when the
episode
movie
4
stops
now,
spinning,
called
okay?
Dear
I'll
Cobby.
teach ya. Now then, guess I better go and find Lucy.
Like,
These merchant fairies.
I remember what happened with Virgo coming up.
Enemy of literature? My massive collection.
I don't remember
of
this
utterly
book,
prove
though.
uncultured's
Like, I remember the
greatest
book
friend.
existing, like that they're after it. They need to burn it. I just don't remember the importance of it,
How dare you mock
or
them? They
how
are the very
the
definition of
reasoning, I
beauty.
guess, with all that.
What secret does it hold? Let me guess he buried
So that'll
his
be exciting
fortune,
to
and there's a
learn
treasure
again for the
map
first
hidden
time.
inside.
Definitely magic
Or I'll
books
snap your
are
arm
a
like a
thing in Fairy Tale. If you know what I mean, guys.
Now is not the time to
Jeez.
get sassy. Listen, I myself commissioned this book's very creation. Therefore, any secret it holds is rightfully my property.
Happy! That was so cool!
What's this? A flying cat?
That name's Happy.
I wouldn't stay in there if I was you.
But the water feels so...
That sewer water, Happy.
So he does that using magic? I had no idea Everlue was a wizard too.
Do you not smell yourself? Look, I know the whole story now. It's a horrible adventure novel about a trashy little character named Duke Everlue.
You serious?
You forced him to write it.
The word doesn't begin to apply. To tell my story is an honor, no matter what the circumstances. Any fool would have jumped at the chance to have me as their muse, but he had the audacity to say no. So I gave him the added inspiration in the form of an ultimatum. Write the novel, or his family would be stripped of their citizenship.
But then none of them would be able to join any of the guilds and make a living.
But I didn't like his attitude, so I decided he'd do best writing from a prison cell. He went on and on about being a brilliant novelist who would never give in to threats. But in the end, I got what I wanted.
I can't believe you'd go that far just to boost your own stupid ego. He was in solitary confinement for 3 years. Don't you know how hard that must have been? He knew that if he didn't write your character as a heroic champion of justice, then his family would suffer.
Tell me, how exactly do you know all this?
It's all right here in black and white.
What? I've read that book from cover to cover, and Kemu Zalion isn't in it.
Long before he was an author, he was a wizard.
He was?
What did he do?
After he finished the book, he gathered all his remaining strength and cast a spell on it. It's true that he wrote about all the pain and torture that you put him through. But the chapters that focus on what you did to him are only a small part of the book. In fact, its secret has nothing to do with you.
Tell us, Lucy!
What the devil do you mean?
Open! Gate of the giant!
Here we go! Cancer!
Cancer!
Hey, baby. So strange, like the whole look of the celestial spirit. All of them. There's so many of them. They're so strange, but
Shut up and let me concentrate,
it's so
or I'll have
funny
him
too.
picture
Like you just learn to love them all.
Hey, Lucy. How would you like your hair done today, baby?
I don't need styling. I need help. It's that guy. Take care of Baldy over there.
Whatever you say, baby.
The hack must have written an expose on all of my illegal business deals. I can't have that. If the Magic Council got wind of how I actually made my fortune, my goose would be cooked. Open! Gate of the Maiden!
What the? He's using your trick, Lucy!
Did I hear my master summon me?
Virgo, fetch me that book.
Hold up. She's a celestial spirit?
Baby.
Oh.
Yeah?
What is the meaning of this?
What are you doing up there?
Well, I saw her getting up, so I jumped on her, and then all of a sudden, I ended up here.
So you grabbed a hold of her inside the house? But that means you must have passed through the spirit gate with her. That's impossible!
He'll do that again.
Started.
Definitely.
Clean
At some
up
point.
this rubbish.
As you wish, master.
Now I'm fired up.
I forgot he did it here. I forgot that that's how it happened. But very, very cool to see like so many things happening later in the show, guys. That like start here. These early episodes establish so much, and they set up so much, and they have so many things happen that get called back later in the show that you forget happened. Like, or at least I forgot happened. Oh my gosh.
Fabulous or what, baby?
Oh, yeah. Way to go, Crabman. Baby?
There's the mansion going. I was gonna say, I thought it got destroyed at some point.
You are definitely gonna fit in at Fairy Tale.
But aren't we supposed to not destroy stuff?
I hope I don't get blamed for this.
But I requested this book be destroyed. Why on earth are you handing it back to me completely unscathed?
If you really want to burn it, then I'd rather you do it yourself. You want to protect your father's legacy, because you're actually Zalion's son, aren't you?
Yes, that's true.
Have you read it yourself?
No, I could never bring myself to do it.
You were just gonna burn it?
I was.
Without even bothering to see what's inside? It's the last book that your dad wrote, right? Some of us had killed for that kind of memory.
That's enough, Natsu! Let Copy explain himself!
Please. That book caused my family great heartache and shame. It was 31 years ago.
Father?
Forgive me, son.
We haven't heard anything from you in 3 years. Where have you been all this time?
Somewhere I'll not return.
It's all over now.
No, Father.
I'll never write again.
Jeez.
I'm so glad I finished that rubbish.
What the heck are you smiling about? Do you think it's funny to leave your family for 3 years to write a novel you're not even proud of?
Son, I thought about you the entire time I was gone.
Then you should have just written something for him quickly and come back to us. You're a sad excuse for a writer. Selling yourself out to the highest bidder. You're not much of a father either.
Not long after that, my father passed away. However, the anger and betrayal I felt towards him lived on. But as the years passed by me, that anger slowly turned into remorse. And now, it's too late for me to ask for his forgiveness. So I decided to make amends by destroying the final work that had caused him so much unhappiness. This is the only way I can preserve his legacy. I'm sure that this is what he'd want.
No, you're wrong. Kabi, look!
What's happening?
A spell has been cast on this book. It's the work of the wizard Kemu Zalion, or should I say Sekua Melon.
A spell? Dear Kabi.
That's right. This book is his letter to you, disguised behind a spell that rearranged all of the words, so no one else could read it.
Oh my god!
Pretty.
It's just like the end of the show.
Because he was ashamed. He stopped because he had finished his masterpiece. A novel containing everything he ever wanted to say to his beloved son. And when you read it the way he intended, it's easily his best work ever.
I thought about you the entire time I was gone.
And now that the spell's been broken, you can read it for yourself.
Thank you, Father. I swear that I will never let any harm come to this book.
Well, I guess we won't be collecting that reward.
Huh?
We were supposed to destroy it. We didn't finish the job.
Even so, let me do something.
Yeah, it's not our fault he decided not to burn the book after we got it back for him.
Lucy, don't be so greedy. You're totally ruining what was a touching moment.
I need the cash!
Thanks for offering, but we don't want it.
Yes we do! I need to pay rent!
I think it's time we all go home. That means you too, Mr. Melon. Go back home. If we had taken the money, it wouldn't have looked good. You gotta think about Fairy Tale's reputation.
Aye.
But we made him happy, right? We got the job done and now we're walking home? And then to find out that they're not even wealthy? They were just renting that house so everybody would think they were rich. The house. How'd you know that it wasn't really theirs?
Oh, that was easy. Because it smelled like some other house. Seemed pretty obvious.
Oh, sure, to you two animals, maybe.
I've got you figured out. All those papers I found on the desk at your place? You're writing a novel, aren't you?
Oh, so that's why she's such a bookworm.
Promise you won't tell anybody about that, okay?
Why not?
Because I'm a horrible writer. If anybody read my stuff, I'd die of embarrassment.
Don't worry.
Oh,
nobody's gonna read it.
guys.
Yeah, that doesn't really
Oh
make
my
me feel any
gosh.
better.
To see what she becomes later.
I don't know about this, guys. Are you sure we're going the right way? She asks.
Happy says this is the way home, so this is the way we're going, is what I answer. Who's there?
Do you always have to fight? She inquires worriedly.
You can take him, Natsu!
Oh, here we go.
It's Gray!
What is he doing in his underwear? The lady questions.
Trying to find a bathroom.
Why would you strip down before you found one? And who the heck ever heard of a bathroom in the middle of the forest?
I wanted some privacy. I didn't expect an idiot to barge in.
I didn't barge.
They're so childish.
She says to the cat.
Well, if your nose is so great, then how come you didn't know Gray was right in front of us? Smart guy.
There are some things you don't want to smell.
What'd you say?
I agree. So go on home and we'll smell you later.
Fine, I will. And unless you want trouble, you should too.
Why do you say that?
Because Urza's due back any time now.
Oh,
The
Urza.
Whoa.
Yo, she's the most powerful woman in all of Fairy Tale.
I can't wait to meet her. But you know, I've never even seen a picture of her in Sorcerer Weekly or anything. What's she like?
Scary. Wild animal.
A vile beast.
More like a full-on monster!
One thing we can all agree on is she is definitely that scary. Well, maybe a little scarier.
I do love that it's like
she's about this scary.
as much as Natsu and Great clash with each other, they unify in their feelings of Urza. It's just so funny.
You know, guys,
They're both
even
so
if she's
scared
able
of her.
to kick down a single mountain, that's still scary.
Like I said, we should get back.
Crap, let's get moving.
What now?
Happy!
Help me!
We're finally gonna get some real protein.
Oh my god.
Our future holds a feast. Wow, look at him shaking. Jeez.
Relax. You're gonna be in our bellies soon enough, so there's no need to be scared.
Actually, I'm not shaking like this because I'm scared. I've got to use the bathroom really bad. I can't hold it much longer, and I bet you it's gonna make me taste weird.
Who cares? Now cook him.
It's gonna make me taste
The
funny.
chicken guy, I think, is in future episodes. The guy with the orb
Happy! Thank goodness! Now I'm not
looked
gonna
really
taste
familiar.
That's our friend.
I
you're
can't
trying
remember
to
who these
roast,
people are,
buddy.
though.
Sorry, but you guys are gonna have to make other plans for dinner.
You're all wizards, aren't you? What guild are you with?
I'm not telling. Get him! Sand bomb, go!
Natsu!
He's fine. Go and help Happy.
Right! Help! Lucy's gonna eat me! Shut up, cat!
Oh my god.
Please don't kill me, Mr. Chicken!
You'll see someone special, but the stars point to great trouble with water and women.
You telling my fortune?
Water and women, what?
Crap! Where'd these brats come
Oh
from
my gosh.
anyway?
Foreshadowing right there.
Jerk! Now I've got a mouthful of sand, and it's all 'cause of you.
Don't you think you might have gone overboard, Natsu?
So what if I did? I got the job done,
Grow
right?
up already. You're an embarrassment to the guild.
What? Shut up!
Huh? What's Lala?
Lala. This... Huh? Lullaby?
Oh. That's important.
We found this. I knew we hadn't gone far enough.
What was that?
Who was that?
Well, whoever it was, they're fast. I can't even sense their presence anymore.
But what could this mean?
Lullaby.
The plot thickens. Oh my god. Oh, Urza. So menacing. No idea what to make of her when I first saw this. Didn't even know if that was Urza at the time. But my gosh, man. So good. So good. I was surprised too because I was thinking that Virgo, like Lucy gets Virgo in this episode, but apparently that must happen later. I must be confused again. So that is coming. I don't think that's a spoiler or anything, but we do know that she gets Virgo at some point. I just don't know when or how soon. I feel like it's coming pretty quick. Pretty quick. But man, I don't know. I don't know. And just to see like the Daybreak book, the enchantment on it, the way the letters spiraled out of it, like such a gosh, man. Like I will spoil, not spoiling specifics, but like the END book, guys, near the end of the show, and what Lucy does with the text of that book, it's the same look. It was so cool to see it kind of done the same thing, like even though this came first, is, you know, if you know what I mean, like it was just so cool to know that what she does with E&D was what she kind of did here too, and have everything kind of come out, spiral out of the book in the open. It was just such a cool thing to see. All right, let's see what happens next.
We did all that work and we didn't even take the reward.
But think about how happy you made him, Lucy. Don't get discouraged. I'm sure you'll have better luck on your next mission.
Yeah, you're right, Mary Jane.
So, what kind of costume are you gonna wear next time?
That's not like my thing, you know.
Next time, the Wizard in Armor.
Look, I wasn't trying to start some costume-wearing thing.
Oh, I know. How about a swimsuit with cute little bunny ears and a tail?
You're not helping me out here, Mira.
All right, we have the Wizard in Armor coming next episode. Man, I'm so excited to see Urza join the party and to just see all that happen. I can't wait, guys. Thank you again so much for joining me on this ride of Fairy Tail. It means so much. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this video reaction and these episodes. I always love to chat with you guys about it. And until then, we will be back for more. Ideally, every Friday, I will plan to have more episodes out of Fairy Tail, all in preparation as we move forward to get ready for the 100-Year Quest anime that is supposed to come out sometime in 2022. So I can't wait for that either, guys. All right. Thank you again so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.